It is Friday evening right now. It's 4:30, so we got 4 to 5 hours of light left still tonight. But I just pulled up to one of my hunting spots and we're doing some scouting. It's end of June right now, so it's when it's a great time to be out because you can actually start to see kind of what these bucks are gonna look like. And we're getting some summer patterns. It's hot. All the snow's melted for the most part. So we're really gonna hopefully kind of find out where some of these deer are hanging out, and hopefully find some new bucks that are gonna be good this year. I'm not totally sure. I've never really scouted this area a ton during the summer, so I'm excited to see what we find. I was here a couple weeks ago, and I have 2 cameras set up, but they're the cell cameras, so I've been kind of watching what's coming through, and so far I've only got like 1 buck, and it's a tiny 2-point. There's a bear that's pretty consistent, a chocolate black bear on one of them. So lots of wildlife, but not a lot of bucks. What I'm looking for. So the plan is I'm gonna move one, maybe both of those cameras just a little bit to just a little different trail that I think that might have better buck traffic. And then I have 2 more cameras that I'm gonna set up here over the next day or 2. So I've got this evening, I've got all day tomorrow, and then I've got Sunday morning till I gotta head back home to be home by Sunday afternoon. So quite a bit of time. Gonna check out just maybe a couple new spots tomorrow. But tonight is just all about making sure these cameras are situated, and then I've got a sweet glassing vantage up top and I'm gonna sit at for the rest of the evening, because I did spot a decent buck, hard to tell, but a decent buck up top here last time I was up here. So anyways, that's the spiel. That's what we got. Some of these cameras, I've got a couple right here. I'm using these Tacticams. This is the Pro. This is the X. So far, these cameras have been awesome. I've got 10 of them, and I have, I think 7 put out right now. So we're gonna put a couple more out, bump that up to 9 cameras, 8 or 9 cameras, I think, which is pretty sweet. It's fun to get the pictures, especially if you have service. It's fun to get pictures on your phone every day. Like, it's pretty cool. I haven't really got a ton of like big bucks or bulls on the cameras yet, and I think I'm just learning some of this new area, learning some country, and trying to figure out how and where to set up cameras in the best way. And I've also had them up for like 2 months, and it's early summer, so I don't really know what stuff's gonna end up doing in the fall. So we'll kind of see how things go throughout the year. But I'll definitely keep you guys updated on these cameras and let you guys know what I find. Hopefully I'll find some good bucks and we can hunt them this fall, and we'll see. I'm not totally sure exactly how it's gonna go, but anyways, I'm excited. I'm gonna pack my bag real quick, get up the trail. I've only got like a mile to get to the first camera, and then bomb around for a little bit, glass this evening. So let's go see how it goes. Let's go. Just walked right up on that deer, bedded down in this patch of Quakies. What I love about this time of year is that like there's like no one else out here. It's a popular spot as soon as hunting season starts, but like before it, no one comes out here and scouts. The only guys out here are cowboys running cattle, so kind of fun. I feel like I see just so many more animals this time of year, which is just always a good time. Alright, we just got up here to this first camera right here. So it's a good view, I'll show you. It's kind of the view we got on this camera, but I want to kind of move it up to a little further up the trail because there's a draw, and I've glassed bucks up on the other side of the draw, but I've never actually seen deer on this side of the draw. And after I set the camera up a couple weeks ago, I'm like, why do I have it on this side? There's a really good trail, and there's a decent trail on the other side, so I'm gonna go put it on the other side. It's like 100 yards over there, so
just gotta take this one down, and then yeah, run over to the next trail, find a good spot to put it, and then pop over the ridge, and we're gonna set up a camera on the other side in a bedding area, transition zone kind of. So that's the plan. That's what we're gonna get doing right now. Okay, I think I got a pretty good spot. I think I got a pretty good spot right here. I'm gonna put it on this tree, and there's a trail coming in, and then it basically splits into two. So you can see there's a trail right here and a trail down there. So this, mounting it on that tree right there, should be able to get a pretty decent view of that trail coming in. And there's quite a few tracks on the trail, so that's a good sign. So yeah, we're gonna throw it right here. Hopefully it's a decent spot. So there's a lot of deer beds in here, and we're only like 20 yards into the trees, so really good sign. I hope we get some bucks coming in on here. So let's set this camera up and see how it goes. Something that is super cool about these reveal cameras is they have a Wi-Fi setting, so you can't really see it very good. Maybe I'll put like a screenshot up, but you basically can preview what your camera is seeing from your phone, connected to the camera, before you close it up, lock it up, and leave. That way you can really see it on your phone. You can walk around. It's like, all right, what's this shot gonna look like? Can I see the trail I want to be on? All that stuff. So pretty sweet. I do it on every time I set one up, because you just want to make sure that it's ready to go when you leave, and you can leave it up there for days, months, however long you're gonna have it up for. Okay, so that camera is all set up and ready to go right there. So we're gonna cruise over this ridge, set up the next camera in a different spot. I'll show you guys kind of where it's at and why I think it's a good spot. Alright, I got this last camera set up right here on this nice trail. I bumped a doe deer right here when I walked down here, so there's definitely animals in here. I also switched my hoodie. I had my t-shirt on, but I was getting like eaten alive by mosquitoes, so I threw on this Equinox guard from Sitka. Blocks mosquitoes. It's pretty nice. Super thin and lightweight too. It's about 6 o'clock right now, so it's about perfect. I'm gonna crest up to the very top of this knob, the top of this hill here, and glass till dark. Hopefully pick up something. That'd be pretty cool. Be cool to find something tonight. So we'll see what we can find. I am hoping to glass up that buck that I saw a couple weeks ago when I was up here, because it looked like it had potential. I don't think it's gonna be a huge buck, but maybe in the 160s, which is a great buck. I probably wouldn't shoot it, but my wife would shoot it, and she really wants to get a deer this year. But there's also the question of, should I let her shoot it if we do find it and it ends up being like a 160-inch buck, or do we try and let it grow for another year? Who knows? I'm gonna bomb up to this spot up here. Probably got a mile or so to the top, and then I'll let you guys know what I see. it's 8:30 right now, and I've been glassing for about an hour and a half now. And I've glassed up 2 bucks, but they're both little tiny 2 points. A couple does, some elk, nothing crazy. So, still got maybe 45 minutes of light left. We're gonna sit here and hang out, hopefully spot something else tonight. But it was super windy until just the last 10-20 minutes, and it actually started to calm down now, and it's pretty calm. So it's looking good. I mean, this is a spot that I would totally not look in October when the deer have shed their velvet, because there's a lot of people that come through here and elk hunt with their bows and look for deer and stuff. But during the summer like this, there's no pressure really, so I see a lot more animals out in this type of country. It's just kind of like a summertime transition zone where they're going to live here for a little while until they either shed their velvet or they get some pressure, and they're going to move into some timber pockets. So I'm going to keep glassing here till dark. And then I only got a mile and a half back to the truck, so not too far. And we'll see what we can find. I'll definitely let you guys know if we see anything good, but I'm hoping we find something decent. If not, I mean, we got all day tomorrow. I'm gonna go check out some new spots a few miles away, so I'm excited for tomorrow. But just gonna keep the glass up tonight, see what we can find. The Bino visor has been perfect right now because I'm kind of glassing a little bit into the sun. So having that visor on just totally cuts out any glare you get from the sunshine if you're glassing in the morning or the evening. It's pretty nice. I found my buck. Alright, so this buck, I found him 3 weeks ago. He's grown quite a bit. But he's a pretty good buck. He's not huge. He's got a decent frame, and he already has pretty good forks. And it's only the end of June, so he still has a month at least of growing. Actually more than that. That's insane. I'm gonna watch him for a little bit, and I'll tell you guys about him in a sec. Alright guys, we finished up glassing. I ended up watching that buck until dark. I mean, it's dark. It's pretty dark right now, and he's still out feeding, so I'm gonna drop off the hill behind me here so he doesn't see me. But he looks like a pretty good buck. My guess is he's gonna come out in like that mid 160 to 170 range. I mean, he still has a month to grow. He's not super wide. He has a little bit of tallness to him. And I'm really quite surprised at how much depth he has in his forks already. Like, he has quite a bit. And most of his points, they're still like, they still got a lot of bulge to them, I guess. Like, they still have a lot of growth to do. They're definitely not even close. So that's cool. Sweet buck. And kind of an awesome little spot too. Not sure if he's a buck I'll chase during the archery season, and he might not even be a buck that I'll necessarily chase during the rifle season, but if Ellie wants to get on a buck that's a good one. I'd probably try and get her on. Or we just let that buck go for a year, depending on what he turns out to be. So we'll see how it goes. I'm dropping back down to the truck right now, and tomorrow I'm going to go check out a bit of a new spot for me, and I'm going to bring 1 or 2 trail cameras in there. It looks like a sweet spot, especially for summer bucks to live, and I know that there's been some big bucks in there before, so I'm gonna go spend some time in there tomorrow, glass around some of that country, see what I can find, and then just leave this buck alone for a little bit. I know he's in here. I got cameras set up in the timber, so when he sheds his velvet, I might get him on some cameras. Well, I don't know, we'll see, but I'll definitely come up here every maybe at least once a month until the season starts and just check on him. But not a giant, but a sweet buck. Definitely worth keeping tabs on. I'm getting like eaten alive by mosquitoes right now, so I'm gonna put the camera away and just bomb down this mountain, get back to the truck, and get some sleep for tomorrow. Finished up the morning glassing today, and it was an awesome morning, like beautiful. Sun came up, it was like amazing weather and everything. I saw a ton of freaking elk, like elk everywhere up in this area that I'm glassing, and actually 2 good bulls, but one of them is like a stud bull, really good bull. I don't have an elk tag in this area. I do know someone who does though, so maybe I'll point him over here. But and then as far as deer, I found, I don't know how many, probably 6 bucks or so, 7 bucks this morning. Most of them were just little 2 or 3 points, but I did find a bachelor group of bucks that was probably 3 miles away, like a long ways. And it was hard to tell exactly what they were, but I might go check them out this afternoon or tomorrow morning, because they look like 2 of them were actually pretty dang good. And they're not in a bad spot to find, so I might go try and find those bucks sometime. It's still pretty early in the morning. I think it's like 7:30 or 8, but it's starting to get warm. So I'm gonna keep glassing for a little bit and then bomb down to the truck. And I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet. I'd love to go set up another camera somewhere, but I don't really know exactly where I would go. We might go check out some new country, but we had a long day of long hot day today. Clear skies, the sun's gonna be out. Just gotta find something productive to do during the day. Maybe I'll go check some springs, some water holes, try and find some tracks or something while we're up here, so that we're not just wasting time during the day. But we'll figure it out. I'm gonna keep glassing for a little bit, a couple hours, maybe not too much longer, we'll see, and then
and then head back down to the truck and make a game plan. We don't have a long ways down. It's like a half mile, but it's like 1,000 feet of vert, so it's super steep. It's maybe not 1,000, but it's pretty steep. So, just gonna take our time, work down the mountain, get back to the truck, eat some breakfast, and then make a game plan where we're gonna go for the rest of the day. So, pretty sweet. It was a good morning. I'm really pretty proud and excited about how the morning went. Although I didn't really find a buck where I wanted to, still found some deer, so it's a good sign. But I decided I'm gonna eat some breakfast, and then I'm gonna work on some editing because I have this bear hunt film I'm still working on, and I've just had so much going on that it's been slow going, but I need to get it done. So I'm gonna edit that for a little while, and then eat some food, some mountain berry granola. And tonight the plan is to head up where I spotted that bachelor group of bucks this morning, and try and just see if I can find them again. There's 3 or 4, or maybe like 4 or 5 bucks in that group, and 2 of them looked pretty good. They didn't look like they were giants, but they looked decent, which is good. One of them looked really wide, so it's worth checking out for sure. At least go over there and see what they're all about. So I just know if I want to keep working that area or not.
All right, guys, we're wrapping up day 2 out here right now. Great afternoon. I didn't do a ton of talking to the camera, but there's mosquitoes everywhere. But I found one really good buck, and then I just saw a couple other random bucks hanging around. The deer I saw over here this morning, looked like 2 big bucks in that group. And I only found 1 big buck tonight, so I don't know if it even was the same group of deer that I saw. So there's definitely another buck or 2 hanging around out here. I did set up a trail camera in a patch of trees where I found a bunch of deer sign. So maybe we'll get something on that camera here in the next few weeks, but beautiful evening. Just was really stoked. I only have a little bit of time in the morning to bomb around, so I'm not sure exactly where I'm gonna go, but I'll figure it out tonight and then go glass for a little bit in the morning. I'll take you guys along, show you what I find. But that's a wrap on day 2 scouting. Pretty good day, as you can see by the footage. Great buck that I found. I think he's gonna turn out really nice. Still not totally sure if I've actually found the buck I want to go after yet. I mean, the last 2 nice bucks I found the last couple of days are really good bucks, and they might turn out better than I think, but I really think they're only gonna be that like 160, 170 range. And I'd love to find a buck that kind of breaks that 180 mark. So we'll see what these bucks grow up into, see how their growth goes throughout the next month. We actually have 2 full months until season starts. So these deer have a long time to grow. I think a couple of these bucks are actually going to grow into something pretty good. So I got about a mile back to the truck, and then I'm going to drive to my camp spot, get up early and get after it. So pretty stoked about today. Excited to show you guys all this. See how tomorrow goes. So got out here this morning in the dark before light, and literally right off the bat, as soon as I sat down, I spotted the buck I was watching yesterday and the 2 bigger frame bucks that I knew were in here, but I didn't see them yesterday. The other 2 bucks are not terrible. They're still young though. One looks like a big 2x3, but he's wide. And then the other one is shaping up to be a decent 4-point with good eye guards, but not a huge frame. So, still the biggest buck in here is the buck that I found last night, and they're all grouped up right now. So, pretty cool. I'm just watching them for a sec. I got to head back pretty soon, so I just kind of wanted to run in here and see if I could find these bucks this morning. I did, which is awesome. I've been looking around, haven't seen anything else out here. So it kind of wraps it up for this trip, but pretty good trip. Pretty stoked about what I found. Gonna be back in here at least once or twice before the hunt starts. And I'll probably hunt, or we'll see, but I'll probably hunt archery deer in here at least for the first handful of days of the season. But it's good to know there's some good bucks hanging around, and it's just going to be a matter of finding them during the season and getting it done. So we'll see. I'd love to find maybe one or two bigger bucks. But also these bucks have a lot of growth left, so they could actually end up being pretty good. So we'll see. Got about 2 miles back to the truck from here, so I'm going to pack it up, head back, get home, and get this video cranked out for you guys. But thanks for watching. I'll next time I'm out scouting here in a couple weeks, I'll do the same thing, do a little film, do a little vlog, and I like sharing it with you guys, so I hope you guys like watching it. But thanks, you guys. We'll see you guys in the next video.